when to wrap it up with the person. So I actually have this in my office. This is a sand timer, and it is a 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute sand timer.
I have the clock I'm going.
Yeah. I actually sent this to Claude. I sent him this one too. So if I'm talking to somebody and the conversation is going crazy, going out of bounds, I turn this over. If I can't get it back on track within a minute, then I'm going to start the hang-up process. If by 3 minutes we're still not on track to where I need to ring them back, I'm seriously considering, okay, this conversation is gonna come to an end. After 5 minutes, I'm now losing money. This is what I use as my guideline. So at 5 minutes, this lady's talking about her dog clipping her dog nails and like grooming her like eyelashes and stuff like that. I'm like, excuse me, how can we talk about your house again? If we can't get back to that conversation, I'm out. I'm not gonna control the conversation on me. So, I just wanted to throw that out there because someone asked.
That's a pretty reasonable price. I think the 3 minute timers were more than that.
Possibly, yeah. I bought this one off of eBay several years ago, guys. Yeah, this is on eBay.
Oh, that's eBay.
Uh-huh.
That's eBay?
eBay. Have it in my office. My kids love it because it's they always want to come in and flip it over and say, oh, I bet the red one's going to win this time. No, guys. Blue's always going to win. It's always going to win. They got real smart one time.
That's cute when they're that age.
Yeah. They come out, if you you can loosen it a little bit, and they take it out and they rearranged it. I'm like, okay, guys, who screwed this up? Because I turned it over like it's like different ones, and I'm like, okay, this is not working right now.
Sounds like my kid.
It's a perfect kid thing.
Oh man, yeah, I love my kids.
So Zillow does have it. My daughter was.
What's the address?
I can be a little CDs. I was raising a girl.
Uh-huh.
I can be a little CD at the house, right?
Yeah.
So I like on the table. I start thinking different plans. My oldest daughter is a smart ass. So somewhere
Oh man,
I'm like,
I once dated a girl, and I'm like, tell me some of your hobbies. She's like, I love to rearrange the labels of the shampoo and conditioner and soaps in our shower so they all face out in alphabetical order. Excuse me? Click. We did not date for at all. It was just getting to know your conversation, but I was like, nope.
I'm not that bad, but I like stuff facing.
Yeah. Her name was Darby. She was a cute little girl. So like I was 14 years old. I'm like, sorry, Darby, not gonna work out.
My wife, she does laundry. She just puts it in the office.
Yep.
Because that's where my clothes, my short closet is. She's got the walk-in. Because I put the white, it's ready, all together. Just why do you do that? Because all their black, everything's black.
Awesome. Okay, so before we jump into this next segment here, what questions do you have about what we have talked about so far that have not been answered, or that you want clarification on?
So, ratio of like wholesaling compared to lease to own, are you doing a lot more lease to own than you are wholesaling?
So that's a really good question. When I first got started, I did absolutely like almost zero wholesaling because my focus in my conversations was only to do the skinny deals. Now that my financial obligations are met monthly by my skinny deals, I am doing a lot more wholesaling just because it's quick, easy paydays, large, huge cash infusions. If I were to go back and do it all over again, I would look for both opportunities. I think I left a lot of money on the table early on because one, I didn't know what I was doing when it came to wholesaling. I felt like, oh, I never learned that business that way. No one taught me how to do this. I only learned how to do the skinny stuff. So I probably would have dug myself out of a hole financially a lot quicker if I would have wholesaled. So looking back, I'd say I would do a nice healthy mix and take whatever opportunity you find that are given to you.
If you have a property that can go either way, you have
Oh,
preference?
great question. If I can go either way and I can make the same amount of money, I am going to do a seller finance.
Yeah, really.
Because same amount of work, but now I got to go out and work again to get the same amount of money. Where seller finance, I'm getting money monthly on that thing. So I will always choose. all things being considered equal, I'm going with the cash flow because I gotta go. Basically, gotta wake up and I got a job again.
Right.
Gotta wake up, and go hustle, find some new properties.
Well, and you have control of the property.
I do have
You
that's
more
true.
options later on if something happens. You can
Sell it again for more.
Yeah.
Yep. Great question. Very good question.
Statistically, how many of those are keeping up with their payments versus, I know you lost one completely in the foreclosure. Are there others? that you're
That was a
gonna
foreclosure
resell?
defense that I was doing though.
Right.
So I knew that was gonna happen. Of all the properties I've ever taken back that I've had, the only property that I've ever had where someone could no longer afford it or keep it was my very first deal.
And then will you just resell it?
No.
And then what do you do with
No,
it?
what happened was, and it wasn't even because of me. The seller who I was in contract with came upon hard times and could no longer afford his obligations. I'm like, look, dude, I got this house from you. I'm totally cool. This is fine, man. I'll give you this house back. I'm cash flowing this thing $150 a month. I'll give it back to you. You can use $150. Oh, okay, yeah, cool, man. Yeah, thanks. Give it to him. He reads the contract. What the? $15,000? You got $15,000? I want this $15,000 right now. Oh my God, I don't got that 15 grand, man. That was option money that she paid me. She's like, but you don't own the property. I own the property. No. I had an agreement with you to buy at this price at no money down. I sold it to her at this price with $15,000 down. And I just put myself in the middle. No. I want that $15,000. Look, dude, I'm giving you this property back. It's your property. So he goes to her. It's like, I want $15,000 you gave Ryan.
Oh my
she's like,
God.
I don't have $15,000. Well, then you need to get out of my house. So she's like, I have nowhere to go. I can't do this. I'm like, look, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I'll get a moving truck. I'll put a deposit down wherever you're going to go. Obviously, I can't give you your money back because you're the one leaving the house, not me, kind of thing. So it was a bad situation.
So who decided to end that relationship?
I thought I was doing the right thing by giving him the house back so that he could save some money monthly. And then he saw that the opportunity he missed a long time ago.
How did you have the right to give the house back if she was buying it from you?
It's a great question. So what I did was I assigned my interest that I had on my original contract with the original owner over to her. And so I just stepped out of the way and she just took over with that guy. So she still bought it the same payment, but she just took over. Her option money then became an assignment fee to me, if that makes sense. So instead of putting $15,000 down, it was a $15,000 purchase of my contract, of my original contract. Yeah, we worded it that way.
But then that didn't give her any rights to the property?
Sure did.
Yeah.
But the seller said, oh, I want that $15,000. And it got all crazy. So she stopped paying on him. He went back into foreclosure. The guy was just like, it was a bad situation. My very first deal, learned a lot of lessons on it. Only property that I've ever had someone say, I can't afford it anymore.
And was it her that said I can't afford it anymore?
No, it wasn't. It was the guy saying, I can't afford to have you make money on this property anymore. And so I just said, sure thing, dude, you can have the property back.
But you could have.
I could have kept it, yeah.
Held a hard line on it.
I'm like, no, dude, I'm making the monthly payments. I'm keeping you out of bankruptcy. What the issue was actually he came to me and said, I want you to pay my bankruptcy attorney's retainer fee and pay my monthly bankruptcy fees. I'm like, dude, you're crazy, man. I'm not doing any of that stuff. In fact, I'll buy your other property so you don't have to go into bankruptcy. And that was where we had the fallout. And I had purchased already from him 1, 2, 3, 4 properties. And was working on a 5th when all that went down.
Sounds like he was on a path of self-destruction.
Oh, he already was. The dude was 72 years old. He was done. He had cancer. Just not
She had
not
no
doing
legal
well.
recourse.
This gal,
Yeah. To stay in there?
she did. Well, she wasn't. She stopped paying him. When
Yeah,
she
but
stopped
she would've
paying,
kept paying
if she would have kept paying, she could have stayed. Yeah, that's the biggest rule. If you don't pay, you can't stay. She didn't like him because he had a key to the house and he was walking into her property. I mean, it got like crazy.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird.
It's so he started like coming in her house like, hey, where's my $15,000? She's like, oh, excuse me, what's going on? You know, like
Beating it shot.
crazy stuff. And so I got calls from like the sheriff, like, hey, you're Ryan Nickel, you're the one that did this contract. Yeah, I did this contract. Okay, just want to make sure. Like, what could they do? It's a civil issue. But it was a bad situation. Like it was crazy. I was like, this is ridiculous, man. I can't believe this stuff is happening right now.